Hey everyone, this is Aya. I'm a feminine mystic, and I'm getting on live just to hang out with y'all right now. If something, if there's something that naturally comes up in conversation, we'll talk about it. If not, I'm just going to make some incense with y'all and just kind of see what happens in natural conversation. I do feel inspired to be on live and talk to. I want to talk to y'all all the time. The downloads are coming so fast. The purification is happening so much. I'm glad I write things down and I have notes and stuff to refer back to because things are changing so fast. I'm learning so much. So I know you are too. But yeah, I've been in a very creative state. I've been making my soaps again. I This is my first batch in a while. I probably haven't made no soaps in a minute. And so what's in this is patchouli, vanilla, and lavender and rosemary. And so the other day, yay, I found a store that sold herbs and fragrance oils and essential oils. It was so much fun. I wanted to buy the whole store. Um, there's also another store I found. It was like a grocery store, but it had like a section with natural herbs that you can weigh out yourself. So you guys probably don't know this, but I made my own incense line. Some of y'all do know. I made my own incense line. Like before my accident, I'm always making stuff. I do markets and I a lot of times have an Etsy store. Um, it's on vacation right now because I've been recovering from my accident. But anyway, I made my, I would say famous because it sold a lot everywhere I went, any markets I did. Uh, Autumn, what's it called? Church of Autumn. That has cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, and frankincense in it. And it smells amazing, y'all. It smells absolutely amazing. And I'm about to burn some now. Anytime I um anytime I use this, burn this at my table when I do markets, I make a lot of sales. So I always keep it on. So I'm just really happy to be getting back into my creativity. And man, when you're a creative person, especially like when you're like an independent artist and it has to be your life and your business, things can you can lose sight of why you're doing what you're doing so easily. But when you're away from it and you miss it and you just have to do it regardless of whether or not you're making money yet or not. What usually gets me burned out from doing anything business or having services is feeling like I'm not getting paid, you know, or that I'm too tired. The grind is too much. And this time away from being a business owner full time um, and offering my service and marketing, grinding and doing markets and doing shows has been really awakening for me. Um, it's shown me who I really am, what I value the most, and how to focus on that and only that. And that I used to do that so naturally when I was a kid, but I would get in trouble for it because in my narcissistic family system, we were taught that I was taught that that was selfish of me. Being the oldest girl in the family, A lot of times, and people aren't wrong for this. I'm not demonizing anyone for it. It's tradition. It's how people think. It's the way things have been. But when someone is adamant that they don't want to have that role, that they don't want to be the slave in the family, just because they're the oldest, just because they're a girl, or just because they're a caring person, they don't want to be taken advantage of for that. Then it's then up to the guardians to either honor that or dishonor that, right? And so in purging all of that and purifying all of that, man, it's been interesting watching the world, my outside world, respond to me being even more profoundly in what I value the most. You know, um, uh, it's been scary for me because when people respond with envy and jealousy and hatred and wanting to lower my frequency or have me match theirs or switch places with me and stalk me and all types of stuff have been going on that I've been like out in the world and um, showing my face and living again, and being a normal person and working and all this because believe it or not, y'all, having a regular job is easier than having your own business. It's not as much money, but it's way easier, and it has been easier on my body as I've been recovering from my car wreck that broke my neck, my ribs, um, and my back. And so it's been helping me ease back into the high powered energy that I didn't realize like how much inspiration plays into that. Like being inspired and like having a passion is really a fuel. That's like coals in your mind, you know, it's really power. That's your power. If you don't have that in what you're doing with your time most of the time, man, life is dreadful. It makes you want to die. It's like, why am I here? You know, if I can't feel good, if I can't show up as myself, like I might as well not be here then. Um, and dealing with I've been dealing with all of those insecurities within me that make me feel, think, or be an illusion that something's going to happen to me and I'm not going to be loved or I'll be abandoned if I focus on what is most important to me, the things that fuel me. And what's been coming up from my highest self is like, why is that any of y'all's business? Why are they focused on you? Why aren't they focused on themselves? They have their own unlimited sky. Everyone has their own unlimited sky, and you might have reached a higher height, or I have reached a higher height than some people around me, but it's up to them to reach for their own unlimited sky. And tearing me down, or if you're in a period of like high visibility and high growth, tearing you down and you allowing yourself to be torn down isn't helpful to you or to them. That's a lie. You know, it's a lie that you can be stopped. It's a lie that you have to care about what other people think. It's a lie that you can't do what you want to do. It's a lie that along with doing what you want to do comes the focus. You don't have to pay attention to what you don't want to pay attention to. And that includes people. You see, the thing is about fueling other people's life with your attention and energy and focus is that people don't even do anything with like worthwhile a lot of times. They take that energy and you know what they do? Slap you in the face with it. They take they take your hard won and fought positive, love, giving, supportive, light felt, heartfelt, laughter, jovial, great attitude, amazing personality, outstanding charisma, and they slap you in the face with it, don't they? Don't they? I have some bad head going on here, and I like it. So it's like, bro, why is your hair sticking up? Because this is where my dreads are right now, and they a lot of times do what they want to do, and I like it. It's so fun to let my hair have its journey, and I've just been nurturing it and being like, okay, if this is how we're going to be today, this is how we're going to be, you know. But anyway, yeah, so I've been making soaps. This is my first batch in a long time. This is with coconut. This is not a sales pitch because this is for me. Everything I've been making is for me. Of course, I have been talking to some friends I've made that do markets because that's just like my natural progression. I start off making stuff for myself, I share it with other people, and then they want to buy it because your girl's kind of like an alchemist. I'm like that girl off of Like Water for Chocolate, if you've seen that movie. However, I'm feeling, if I love something, other people are going to love it too. Like, if I put that joy and that passion and that spirituality and that focus, and my products just mwah, be the best, you know. I am just your typical artist, though. I don't enjoy the logistical side of it because I feel like it takes me out of my zone. I don't really like the red tape. It's like I have to spend a balanced amount of time on my website, Etsy, looking for markets, you know, customer service, taking photos, buying the equipment. It's a lot, actually. I love every single last part of it, though. But having to focus on it all at once, especially if you start like selling, yeah, like Water for Chocolate is like when I can watch that movie all the time, but I can't always find it, you know. I can't always find it. What's up, Ray? It's been a long time since I talked to some of y'all. I want to see your faces. I wish we could hang out. To be honest, since it's just a few of us here, you know, and if any negative energy is here, we don't really see you anyway. And you can fight as hard as you would like. I have my guys, my whole angelic team, honestly, waiting to beat somebody's ass because some of them are like that, especially my uncle that was an Egyptian pharaoh. Good luck. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about some things freely that I don't usually get a chance to share. But like part of my purpose here is to have some type of sanctuary and safe place, where everyone is free to heal for real. You know, it always comes back to that. Always. I'm always thinking about it. But yeah. So yeah, I'm working on. Oh, Ray, I know you had bought some incense from me in the past. I don't know if you got, no, you got Pichu Pichu, which is actually one of my favorites, as well as the Church of Autumn, you know. And I sent you some other samples of things, and I never got a chance to ask you about any of that because, when I was when I sold you those things, I was in the middle of moving to Mobile. You see, this is my this is a bag of autumn, the Church of Autumn, my bestseller. I also made a new one. I did some Jasmine, lavender. This is my jasmine right here. These jasmine flowers. I wrote it down. This is why I write it down because I'll forget. Jasmine, lavender. Let me jasmine. Jasmine, lavender. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Ugh. And frankincense. Frankincense. That's what it is. Oh yeah. Those pillowcases. Girl, I lost all of that inventory. Like after my car wreck, I have had to start all over. I have had to start all over again. And it's part of the fun is that I love shopping. I love spending money. And so I get to go and search for all of my herbs and stuff and my flowers, my resins, my spices, and go to all these new places. But I get sad in my heart for all of the I bought stuff in bulk. I miss my copal. There's places here, but there's not one place that has everything I need. Like I need my blue lotus flowers. I need my copal, Mayan copal. They didn't have no red sandalwood. I need some benzoin gum. Like I'm like, I need my supply back. There's a big old bag of herbs and spices. Okay. Uh, but yeah, my main staples be frankincense. Yeah, sandalwood. Sandalwood's great too. See, I was looking for some the other day, and they had ran out at the store I went to. But I usually use that sandalwood, frankincense, probably lavender. I use a lot. I can put those three things as a base and everything really. Frankincense, sandalwood, and I love benzoin gum. I love benzoin powder or whatever. It smells so good, but it's so soft. Like which was it? The one for the crown chakra and the third eye, the incense I made. It didn't really hold. Like benzoin doesn't really hold. I'm gonna put these soaps up. I told y'all I put patchouli, vanilla, a chocolate liqueur fragrance because I thought it would be really sexy to mix vanilla, chocolate, and patchouli. And then um oh I started making solid perfumes as well. I did the chocolate, vanilla, patchouli mixture, and then I added let me see, mandarin and grapefruit for the top notes. I'm on to something. It's not perfect, but I like it. I really like it. I'm gonna put this up though. All right, so what we're about to make right now uh is something bright. Ginger. I'm gonna do a ginger and an orange peel. I will put some Mayan copal with it, but I don't have none. Ginger, orange, ginger, orange. I'll do a dash of clove. Clove takes over, so I don't use a lot of it when I put it in. Ginger, orange peel, clove. I don't know about the clove. I honestly wish I had some. All right, here's my orange pills right here. Here's my orange pills. Where's my ginger? Ginger, where are you, girl? Ginger. Here's ginger. Here's my ginger. What else? Ginger, orange peel. I'm gonna put those two things together and see how it smells, and then I'll see if what I want to add to it. We'll see. There's a lot of things you can add to that, but I'm not inspired yet. What do y'all think? Because I have a lot of different herbs and spices, and I don't have that many resins yet. Okay. So what I do, I'm like a soul food cook when it comes to making incense. Okay. I know how these things smell and what they burn like. So because I've tested it a lot, I've burned these a lot. So I know which ones are strong and which ones I need to use more of. And the ginger is stronger than the orange peel. All right. But also my binding agent here, some joss powder, is a wood. You always, if you make incense, this is not a tutorial, but if you want to use it, you can. If you make incense, you have to make sure you have a wood at the base so that it will burn, ignite, it will self-ignite. Because if you just mix, like, say I just mix this ginger and orange peel together, then I will have to put it on charcoal in order to burn it. But if you use you can even use a cedar wood. It's just the wood I use doesn't have any scent to it. Doesn't have any scent. And I grind my herbs and flowers and resins and woods and stuff in a coffee grinder. So you're gonna hear some noise. So I'm gonna start off with I'll start off with a couple of tablespoons of orange peel. All right. I'll put it over here. I'll just start off with a couple of tablespoons of orange peel. Okay. And then this is the ginger. Okay, actually ginger smells very sweet. You would be surprised. It burns very it's very light hearted. It's a jovial scent. So this mixed with I had this combo in my incense that was the masculine scent. It has properties, you would say, of the sun. So I'm going to just do 1 teaspoon of the ginger for now. Don't let me forget my recipe in case I like it. Ooh, I do want to add some cloves. Something in me just said do the clove. Something in me just said do the clove. So I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm listening. Clove. Do the clove. I'm about to. Now I have to go through my bag again. Where I put it. Clove is expensive, y'all. It's expensive, especially like fresh. a lot of your herbs and spices, say you wanted to make some incense or infusions or perfume or whatever, you can buy it off the spice rack at the grocery store. Just a tip. Or at your like a Greek market, or I love going to like a Greek market, a Chinese market, um, because they'll have those plastic containers that they fill with like their different herbs and spices and stuff. Tip, tip. Now, y'all, I can't wait to like travel to say like Morocco and Egypt and stuff, because I'm going to be there for the fabrics and for like the oils and incense. Although I wouldn't want to travel with a bunch of oil. That sounds like a mess waiting to happen. So with this clove, what are we doing? Half a teaspoon. Ah, that's actually a lot. I'm gonna start with a quarter teaspoon for this clove. And then I'm going to do a quarter teaspoon with the Joss powder. Now with this Joss powder, a little bit goes a really long way. This is going to be too much for this little bit of batch right here. So it'll burn really fast and it'll have a high smoke content. But that just gives me room to add more herbs and spices and flowers and resins to it. Yeah, I can make triple the batch and still use that. That will still be enough of that quarter teaspoon of that wood agent to fuel all of that. I'm gonna take a look at it. Getting there. Ooh, smells so citrusy. Yummy. Smells yummy. I still need to grind it for the orange peel. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? A little bit more. Whoa. Almost. We still have a little bit of orange peel rock. And that's not like a bad thing either, to have a little chunkiness in there. It'll help it stay in the mold good. But oh, I opened it before it was done spinning and something falling out. I was talking to y'all about my solid perfume experiment. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do that instead of making the liquid perfume, because that would make it easier for me to travel around and do different markets and stuff right now, since I'm not driving yet. All right, let's see here. Let's see what it smells like. Can't wait. Want to burn that. See if it. There we go. Mm. Mm. That clove is interesting with it. The tropical storm is coming in, y'all. Everybody's been really worried about it around here, I guess. But since I was in that hurricane in St. Thomas, and I was in the one in Puerto Rico, like some years back, it don't really scare me that much because nothing's scarier than being on an island and being told that a hurricane's coming, it's going to kill you. Oh my gosh. If you've ever been on an island when a category 8 hurricane is coming, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'm sitting here being creative. Okay, it's still got some burnitude to it. Being creative, trying out different herbs, different instincts, being contemplative, or whatever. And it feels good to not having any agenda at all, but just to like chill with you guys. But yeah, I'm just chilling, making incense. I just wanted to spirit be like, get online and show your face and just be normal. Just be yourself. Now, I don't have that many. I do have some plastic bags here. I'll use those. It does need something more. Oh, it needs some frankincense. I'm gonna just add more. I'm not the ginger's not really popping out. Oh, that smells so good. That smells good now. if you come in here and you want to interact with me, you can. I kind of was talking with whoever was here. Since I'm not on live or online that much, it's not like I have like a steady stream of people when I do go live. So say what's up. So, and tell me how you're doing, where you're from. Communicate. Tell me what's going on with you guys. So there's a glare here, huh? Where I wonder where that glare is coming from. Is there a glare? Okay. So I'm burning my incense that I just made. It's ginger, orange peel, and clove. And it's missing some things. So I'm about to probably add some frankincense to it. It really needs, what is it, some sandalwood, which I don't have right now. That's really what it needs. So I'm not going to waste any of my other herbs trying to pick up slack for something that, you know, I am not in the sweet type of mood right now anyway. That's probably why I'm not really feeling it. I really am enjoying it actually smells good. Uh my what you call it, Church of Autumn blend. It's frankincense, cinnamon, coriander, and patchouli. That's my favorite one I make. And it sells a lot when I do market. So this is my creative process. I make things. I make a lot of things, but if I make something and I find that it's really amazing, I'll sell it. If I make some stuff for me and it's like mid, I'll just keep it for myself. Like that's how I am with I have a lot of hobbies, but unless I'm actually like really confident in whatever I'm doing, it'll stay a hobby. But if it's so good, I know I can make some money off of it. Oh baby, we're taking it to the streets. Because I love making money, doing things that make me smile, like how I'm giggling now. That when you do that, you're working. The only work part, like I was talking about at the beginning, is the marketing and yeah, figuring out. I've been laying low, trying to figure out how I'm going to approach my way of doing my business and trying to have a work life balance and stay creative, but also have a husband, date, because for a while, honestly, I was just married to spirit and whatever spirit told me to do and my inspiration, but not even completely, to be honest. If I'm being honest, I still held back a lot because I didn't know how to rejuvenate my energy. And now that I do, I can have a bit more fun with it instead of it feeling so eh. All right. So Spirit did say that after I got finished doing this, that I was probably going to pull some cards, do a little reading. I'm going to snuff this out because I don't want to smell it anymore. I want to smell my other one. We're going to do a reading, okay? All right, I'm gonna use that as the base for my fire, though. This is the Church of Autumn. I know you can't see it. Let me see. This is the Church of Autumn incense. There. One of my subscribers actually helped me name it because I was sending out samples to some of my loyal subscribers that I talked to in the comments the most throughout the years. I was sending them samples of my incense and stuff, some of them. And she, not because I wanted feedback, and she told me that that blend of clove, patchouli, frankincense, coriander, I think, no, that's not it. I can't think of the last one. Um, she said it smelled like church to her. And I was like, ah. And I'm like, it kind of makes me feel like autumn. And so that's why I call it the Church of Autumn. It smells really good. Okay, reading. Reading, I'm going to use the Earth Magic Oracle deck. That's what I've been called to use. And I'll clarify with my deck wherever she is. I'll go get her. Okay, we're back. And we're back. So this reading is for whoever's watching right now. Lucky you. And whoever can relate to you. We're going to dedicate this to whoever shows up. This is impromptu. I had a feeling I would pull some cards, but I wasn't inspired to pull immediately. I just wanted to be normal for a little bit, talk, be creative with you, share about some of the products that I am like enjoying just making for me right now. I have my 2 vials of incense that I'm using that I've just made in the last couple of days. And I've been wearing my heart perfume, my solid perfume. Been trying to make some rose oil, but I keep burning it for some reason. So let's tap into your energy. Let's tap into your energy. The spirit guides, please take on the energy of my collective for me. Help me not take on anything that does not belong to me. And I call on the power that is the properties of God that are within my Lemurian crystal, which is over there, and I'm not going to go get it. I would like to thank all of our spirit teams for showing up and being so pure hearted and loving and positive, supportive, messages that bring security and light, forward movement, excitement, passion, fulfillment, surprise. Okay. Some of you have been waiting, looking for an answer, as to whether or not things are going to pan out, work out. Is it worth it? Are you worth it? You know, how long am I going to suffer, or how long is this going to last where I'm not happy and fulfilled and doing what I want to do? It's like, yeah, I'm thankful. Yes, God, thank you for life, but I want to do what I want to do and be who I am. I don't see any opportunity to do that, is what I'm hearing. I don't see where to go, who to talk to, show me. All right, okay. And so I feel this angst from the collective, this pressure. This is a pressure to evolve, actually. This is helping you focus. This is what's missing that you don't know about. Just how much you feeling frustrated and anxious is making you have to focus and get clear about what you want, who you are, and what you value the most. So think the frustration and anxiety or the worry and the questions or whatever, instead of feeling like something's wrong with you, take it as part of the process. You know, do you think flowers would complain if they could speak the way we can in consciousness and awareness when they have to push through the soil? Part of what's getting in your way is you getting in your own way because you say you want something, but you won't hold frequency. Every time you get into a mope, depression, and a mood about like where you're at compared to where you want to be, uh, you kind of speak it on more so in the direction of the momentum that you don't want. Okay. All right. Let me pull some earth. So we're going to do a spread that I came up with yesterday when I was reading for myself. More incense, please. More burning, please. So we're going to look at your three themes and pull three cards each for each of them. And then we're going to pull a card on top of those themes and kind of sum up how you are to do those particular steps. I see and feel and hear that you're looking for practicals. It's like, God, bring it down to earth for me. God, bring it down. Um, say things in a way that I can understand. Show me signs and symbols in ways that mean something to me, is what I hear you saying and asking spirit. Show me signs and symbols in a way that means something to me right now. I need steps. Okay, so let's get into that. Let's get into what your particular steps will be. First card, new moon, promise. Oh, that's really sweet. Shape shifting, that came out in reverse, clouds, shape shifting. Meadow, vulnerability. That's really pretty. Okay, what spirit? What's the message here? Promise, shape shifting. So there's you need to let loose. There's something you need to let loose of. What I'm seeing is that you need to not be so rigid. The promise that you have on your heart, the promise that was written on your heart, it may not come about in the way that you thought it would, or the way you think it should go, or how it's going to look. And because you want it to look a certain way and be a certain way, you're getting in your own way. And that the real path, the truth is in your vulnerability. Like you find your path, the meadow, like in softness and gentleness and enjoyment of life. Maybe you thought that things had to be hard, or that, you have to suffer, or you're gripping yourself as if your dreams aren't going to come true. But all you have to do is rest in kind of like the bosom of Mother Earth and Mother Nature. All right, three more cards. These themes. Three themes. So the things is like the promise that's written on your heart, being rigid, and vulnerability, going into a soft energy. That's what's going to allow for spirit to move and make your dreams come true. Okay. Unfoldment, the lotus flower, and iceberg submerged. Wow. All right. So these two, on this theme of promise, we're looking at earth magic fairies. Okay. All right. So we were talking about the promise written on your heart right now and how to get out of the rigidity of not allowing your dreams to come true, basically. Like God, you're like, God, you promised me that I would prosper. God, you promised me that everything was going to be okay. God, you promised that my dreams would come true. It's like, why'd you give me all these gifts for me to not see them come true? And you going into your vulnerability and kind of honestly, part of the promise is you. It's within you. Like it's like you are the fairy. The earth magic is within you. You are the light. Like part of the promise is that you are a light being, right? And you are a being of love. You are a child of God, and you feel like you should have more abundance of the fruits of that. Part of this is you're how you're not allowing this to unfold, like your magic to unfold, is you not going into you're skipping out on your vulnerability. Vulnerability and iceberg came out together. And so you have not, you have only reached the tip of the iceberg when it comes to like your softness, your gentleness, your heart, your love, just how magical you are is within your vulnerability. That will help everything unfold for you more naturally. Okay. Go deeper into your emotions. Go deeper into your heart. Do things that you love to do. Spend time doing what you enjoy doing. Like what I'm doing right now is perfect. If you stayed away from your passions for a long time, then it's going to feel really good for you to start a new relationship with what you value the most. Because it you miss it and it misses you as well. All right, I'm gonna pull a few more cards on top of these themes. All right. Music. Oh my goodness. So, all right, you're being called to go into, I'll take both things, to really be creative. Go into your creative space. And if you haven't been feeling motivated or inspired, or you feel blocked, or you feel depressed, or you feel unappreciated, underappreciated, like nothing's going to go anywhere, what will help things move is if you do it for your own enjoyment and you put more vulnerability into it. That's really the only thing that's missing. Like you putting your heart into your life. Wow. So instead of not allowing things to unfold by you thinking that you have to control the outcome or how things look at the end of your journey, just celebrate yourself. Celebrate that you are a light. Like bask in the power and the glory of being impassioned, of being inspired. Like when you're in it, enjoy it. That's basically what that message is saying. It's like when you're doing, if you're a musician, and you're creating harmonies, within the music, within your life, celebrate that the feeling of that. Celebration isn't just for when you get to the end or whatever you think the end is. Celebration and dance is just by you feeling the enjoyment of being vulnerable in your creativity. So you are to allow yourself to feel your fairy and angelic light being magic. Feel the power and the joy and the creativity, the inspiration of being a light being. Just that is sacred. You don't need to ac- accomplish anything. It's like you are the accomplishment. You are the harmony, okay? And that is a promise. You are the meek that will inherit the earth. That is a promise. That's never going to change. And so you don't have to wonder where your blessings are, where your manifestations are. You honestly need to be in dance and celebration of who and what you are, and be vulnerable, submerge into your vulnerability deeper. The more vulnerable you are within yourself, the more you will watch whatever your dreams are unfold naturally. Allow the music, allow the creativity, allow the inspiration to carry you. Don't try to dictate where, how, with who, and with what your creativity, because then you're putting yourself in a box. And it's going to suck the joy and the fun out of things, which will make you feel like you're working or like you're not appreciated. Your focus will be different. So, this is about you focusing in a different way. All right. So, you can have a different outcome. What came on top of the iceberg is radiance and perspective. Interesting. So, we have the summer solstice and the Milky Way perspective. So, your perspective um, is from your subconscious mind. It's like this is talking about dealing with your brainwashing. And for some reason, this perspective is upside down, is reversed. So you have radiance in your mind, like you have a brilliant mind. You have a brilliant subconscious mind, but you don't see it that way. You don't see yourself as that. That's what that means. You don't see yourself as brilliant. You don't see yourself as a genius. Maybe you don't see yourself as of the light being or feel it. Okay. Clarification for the perspective reverse. Another card about relaxing. All right, so your perspective is that you have to work hard or things have to be hard in order for you to be worthy of your life and be worthy of enjoying life. And that's not true. That's a perspective that's changing. You are here to be a leader in a new perspective, in a new way of seeing things that you can relax and live a life in the meadow of vulnerability. You can be soft, you can be sensitive, and live an empowered life of celebration. But first, you have to allow yourself to be in that energy unconditionally without needing anything to look or be a certain way. Beautiful message. Final message on top of each theme to sum up each theme. These three. Okay, breathe, build, instinct. All right, cool. So to sum up, the first pile of promise, earth magic, and harmony is forest. Breathe. You know where you go to rejuvenate your energy, what inspires you, what enlivens you, what brings you passion, what brings you to a place of harmony. Allow yourself to spend as much time as you want playing, basically, like being playful. This promise, earth magic, that you are the light, that you are the Christ, and that the music and the frequency you hold is in harmony with the divine. It's a promise that you'll have a fulfilled life. And it really all starts and comes from the breath. It's the breath of life. That is true abundance. The next theme is the fact that you may have been not allowing yourself to move into that truth. You've been stuck on this illusion that life is hard, that you have to work in order to feel worthy of your light, that you have to work in a certain way in order to manifest what you want. And you have not been allowing yourself to, and allowing your true manifestations to unfold. And then that celebration card came out on top of that. On these two, the final card, to sum it up, is fog, veil. It's just something that you don't see yet. And it is going to be cleared for you. Like spirit is trying to get through to you, but it's such a thin veil. A fog lifts easily. They're saying that if you spend time in celebratory energy, you'll get it. It's like if you remember being a little kid, or if you have little kids around you, how just them noticing the beauty in life, everybody's like, "Yay, you noticed it!" Like that's like the energy you need to be in. Like life isn't about accomplishing things so that other people can feel good about you, or doing your hair a certain way so that you can fit into society, or getting the right husband and wife situation so that when you hang out and talk to people in society, you can say, I have this, I did this, and I know that, and I know that. No, life is about this next pile. The first card was vulnerability, meadow. Okay. You will remove those blockages. The more vulnerable you are, iceberg. You have been so cold towards yourself, towards your creativity, towards your humor, towards joy, towards your forward movement because you want it to turn out a certain way. And your perspective needs to change to knowing that you're worthy of light and joy and your manifestations, even if you just relax into it, just be vulnerable. That's really all you have to do. Like spirit just wants a relationship with us. And instinct came out reverse as the final message on top of that. Let's see why. Why is instinct coming out reverse, spirit? Wolf. You don't want to be alone. You're afraid of walking alone. I just understood it. Wolf, instinct. You're looking for your tribe. You're putting conditions on your manifestation when you do that. You're afraid that if you do you, that you won't find your tribe and other people like you. Like, well, And it's like, you know that that's not true. You know that's an illusion. You know that God is abundant, spirit is abundant, but you're being asked and called to embody it and put your money where your mouth is. And you're just having like a kind of a energy interruptions because it's like, I want to go back to where I was safe for a little bit. But you're being pushed out, out into the tundra, maybe it feels like for you. You're being pushed out into the galaxy, the Milky Way. It's saying the Milky Way you're being pushed out into the galaxy of a new perspective, and it feels like isolation. It feels like you're alone. This is the wolf reverse, instinct reverse, and you would like to escape that experience, but you can't escape it if you want to find your tribe. Your tribe is on the other side of this, the fruity mukbang. Okay. Maybe your old tribe was people that pulled you into habits that honestly no longer serve you anymore, and being vulnerable about those things, and maybe feelings of being bullied, feelings of being treated treacherously is what I'm hearing, and feelings of being abandoned. Like, you're being called to deal with that, submerge, being vulnerable. And while you're being vulnerable, spending a lot of time in the healing energies of your creativity will assist you in moving beyond that fog and that veil and that illusion that, all of life is a celebration. You are to be celebrated just the way you are. Um, because that's how God feels about you. That's how life feels. If you watch the animals, like I love watching the birds. Today I was watching some birds when I was at the bus station, and they were so full of life and light and presence. And I just was basking in their joy, you know? And that is the energy that we're all worthy of, deserving of, because God gave it to us freely for nothing as a gift. And we want to expand that gift by being in that passion and that joy. But a lot of times, um, the collective will try to pull you back in to misery with them and to illusions and stuff. And it just may be difficult. Say you're at a job or you're at school and you feel like you have to do certain things to, you know, not feel like you're out in the cold without the finances you need, without the friendships you need. So, what spirit's advice for dealing with that fear that comes up to be healed? I'll say that even for me right now, I'm in a new era and I feel great and I have a lot to say and I have a lot to share. And the end results that I would like to see all the time is like more viewership and interaction and stuff. Um, Yet I have to be vulnerable and acknowledge that it just makes me feel good to be doing what I have a passion for and talking about the things I have a passion for. The bottom line is that it makes me feel good. I'm happy in this space, so I'm not going to allow my mind to go into a space of embitterment because I don't know what God has planned for its energy. This is not my energy, but yet I am one with the divine. So I am the divine, right? All right. Spirit, what's the advice for dealing with these fears of leaving? New home, beware of the ball, and autistic at school. Wow. New home, fresh new energy. Fresh new energy. It's like the negative energy is like always going to be there, and it's going to always want to pull you down. But you have to remain the main character, your own main character in your life and your new energy, your new home. Hmm. So your home of spirit, where spirit, who spirit called you to be is who you are. That's your reality. Who other people perceive you to be and what they think you are is their business. It doesn't have to mean anything to you anymore. So this autistic at school and as old as dinosaur eggs. So it looks like you have some energies trying to pull you down. Once you realize or you want to realize that this is an old perspective, these are old energies, and you can let them go whenever you would like. Just kind of like if you look at animals, when we come around, what do? They walk in the other direction. You don't have to fight with these energies or people, these situations. You can literally just change your focus and focus on what brings you into the light of light, what sparks your imagination, what helps you like feel good, like dancing, like celebrating. And that may or may not include the people that you quote unquote feel obligated to be attached to and give your attention to, aka love. You know, redefining what love is. Love isn't enabling and coddling anyone into believing that you want something that you really don't want, or that you need them and you really don't need them. Who you really need is yourself and your creativity, your plans, your goals. You really need you. You need more of you. This is what I'm seeing here. You need more of your joy, more of your happiness, more of your creativity in your life. And not needing it to be or look a certain way. For what? It's not turning out, panning out that you don't know what you're doing. We don't manifest anything. We make space for the manifestation to appear. You move yourself out of the way by staying focused on creativity and passion, keeping your energy, your frequency in a space that allows more of that energy, that creativity to come. As I stopped doing as much YouTube and having so many clients after my car wreck, after my accident or whatever, trying to recover, get my mind, energy. I've been through a huge transformation. I've done a lot of contemplation, and I realized I love this job. I love my job. I love my purpose. I love it because it helps me focus on the things, on such positive energies. It brings me more and more and more and more of that. When I'm in this space with y'all and I'm talking about these things, I am conjuring and putting a spell on myself of love and joy and peace and happiness and spirit and God and more God. I am the light. You are the light. Like sharing that message with you brings more of that to me. I love being in this space. I love being in this energy. Okay. And then when I'm not talking to one of you guys, either on the phone, email, text, whatever, however people reach me or whatever, I am creating, you know, I'm thinking about what I'm going to create next. And then I start doing it. Like the first part of this video is me making incense and stuff, right? I have this need to be in a creative space. It's obsessive. and I love it, right? And when I don't do it, my life is empty. It becomes a dramedy because nothing's act like you'd be like, what? And so when you when you learn what you value the most, you'll naturally just focus on that. It's not about blocking people, cutting people off, and being like blocked. No, you just kind of like, I don't want to focus on that. I'd rather focus on this. And that way you're not building up these karmic back and forth situations. You're simply just focusing. Like it's like I want to focus on this, and you don't focus on the other things. And so what you want in your life will grow. What you focus on in your life will grow naturally, but you have to feel it though. So the first part of the reading, we were talking about being vulnerable, is what is missing from you manifesting the greatness you want in your life, like staying in a vulnerable state where you're allowing yourself to feel connected to your inspiration, your passion, like get into it, get your hands in it, enjoy it, and then celebrate that, right? And conjure it up. It'll stop you from blocking yourself from allowing, creating space for manifestations to happen for you. Because what I was seeing is a blockage from not allowing things to unfold because it doesn't look, things don't look how you feel like they should, what success, quote unquote, looks like. When success actually is you embodying who and what you really are naturally, which is light and joy and peace and fun and childlike energy, playfulness. Okay. Since there's a couple of people here, you guys can ask any questions and I will answer them for you if you have any. Tell me your name and tell me where you're from. I'm answering questions now. Come to the end of my message that Spirit wanted to say. Thank you, Spirit, so much. That was such a beautiful message that was positive and universal. We appreciate it so much, and we will take heed to changing our perspective from being that feeling like we have to work for our manifestations instead of just honestly being playful into our manifestations, playing all along the way. Any questions? I'll wait for a second because I know it might take a delay. I'll have to listen back on the message. Your last few videos were timely. Okay. Girl, I haven't released all the messages I've been getting because I just been wanting to make sure I say them right. They've been so profound. I don't know if I'll ever be perfect at marketing and stuff, but y'all, this is my way of showing up on online. I'm trying to get back into things. I got to the point to where I felt controlled by my business and I didn't have a life. So now I'm kind of easing back into, I don't want to feel like I have to do these things or I'm not gonna like make money and stuff. It's like I don't like being controlled by anything. But if you guys don't have any questions for me, I don't want to go, but I'll go. I'll go. I'm enjoying the time I'm spending with you. I guess I'll just come back another day. Pray for Florida and these hurricanes, and that everyone will be at peace, and that everyone's mind will be eased, and everyone can just maybe sleep through it and wake up, and it'll just be the birds chirping outside, and there's no need for a whole lot of drama for no reason. But the world likes drama, so we'll have a big helping of it. I love you so much.